Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to Daly Field at Frank R. Campbell Stadium as we are moments away from the start of today's Women's Lacrosse Division III matchup between Chatham College and the Cougars of Averett University. Actually, fun side note, Chatham also the Cougars, so we're going to have a matchup between two schools with similar or with identical nicknames. Nothing similar about it, completely identical. Anyway, I'm Davin Wilson, former Assistant Sports Information Director here at Averett University, and I'll be bringing you the call for today's game, which we are roughly looking at probably about 5 minutes before the start, as both teams have gathered information on the sidelines down here on the press box side of the field. And that can only mean we are going through equipment check, getting ready for starting lineups, or the national anthem, and then starting lineups, and then we'll have the start of today's game. So the Cougars are playing host to Chatham College here tonight in non-conference action, set for a 4 o'clock start. Chatham comes into the game out of Pittsburgh. They are 1-1. Meanwhile, Averett 2-4 on the season. The Cougars are looking to extend their winning streak to 2 after defeating Randolph College 14-5 at home last Saturday. Meanwhile, Chatham fell in their season opener to Juniata College 13-9 before collecting their first win of the season over Salem College 20-4. And this is the first ever meeting between these two sides. And then the Cougars hit the road this weekend. They travel to Brevard College for a 12 o'clock start. So we're going to take a look here at some players to watch for the Cougars. Elizabeth Peasley netted 5 goals for the second consecutive match against Randolph. Meanwhile, Alexis Garcia recorded her second consecutive hat trick versus the Wildcats. And 69 is the amount of goals that Averett has as a team so far this season. So you're looking at a little bit over 11 goals a game for the Cougars, 11 and some change. And we've got a windy day out here today, at least judging by the breeze blowing in here into the press box. Looking forward to some exciting action between these two squads. As I mentioned earlier, it is the first time either two of these teams have played each other. So all they are going on is what they have seen in game film so far this season. And, of course, for Averett, that's all that it really has to go on, period. It is resumed play, as women's lacrosse has resumed play after a 10-year absence from Averett. So we're going to sit here and take a look at some of your leaders for the Cougars. Right now, Elizabeth Peasley leads the team with 23 goals on 45 shots. Shayla Johnson comes in second with 12 goals on 30 shots. Alexis Garcia, 11 goals on 21 shots. Meanwhile, Gabby Porter comes in with 8, and then Xasia Lewis comes in with 6 as well. So now we're going to take a look here at assists. Peasley leads the team in that category as well with 5. Meanwhile, Lewis has 4. Porter has 3. And Peasley also the winner in, or the team leader in draw controls with 26 recorded so far on this season. So meanwhile, we're going to switch sides here and go over to Chatham and take a look at some of their key players and who to keep an eye out for on them. If you give me just a second, I'm going to bring up the statistics page here. It's been a little bit harder to find than normal, but we'll get there. So as we said, the Cougars coming off a 20-4 win at Salem after losing their season opener 13-9 against Juniata. the Cougars will take a quick trip up the road after this contest, going up just a little bit above the other side of Lexington to Sweetbriar. And so a lot of big stuff going on right now. And still looking for the stats. And we're going to put a temporary pause on the stats here for the moment. Alyssa Batty is the women's lacrosse coach. She is assisted by Kaylee Miller. As I said earlier, Chatham coming out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And one thing that we can say about the Cougars right now is that they have, the Averett Cougars that is, they have some firepower and can score at will. As I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, they come in 11 goals average. And we're going to take a quick pause here for the playing of the national anthem. And welcome back here to Daly Field at Frank R. Campbell Stadium, as we are just moments away from the start of today's women's lacrosse non-conference matchup between the Cougars of Chatham College and the Cougars of Averett University. Once again, I am former Assistant Sports Information Director Davin Wilson, and I will be on the call for today's game. I will also be serving as the cameraman as well. So this is going to be a interesting day for me, interesting day for both of these two teams out here as they are meeting each other for the first time. As we said, Averett right now led by Peasley, also led by Alexis Garcia. Also, Gabby Porter has been a big part of this team early on. Breon Sawal, too, the freshman goalkeeper, has been effective as well for the Cougars, as she has 57 saves right now, averaging 10 goals a game, 47.1 shot percentage, and here we go. And we're off. Averett appearing to win the possession early. Peasley unable to take it in, though. Prendergrass with it. She will dump off to number 9, Boss. So it's going to be number 7 now, Jennifer McLaren. And so we're going to have a stoppage in play. I believe it was a slashing call. Going against the Cougars. So the So Chatham with an early free range shot here, free position shot, excuse me. But Collins' attempt is collected by Sewall, and now down to the speedy Rosia. Let's see what Rosia can do. She's going to dish off a nice pass to Peasley. Peasley shoots, finishes, and a goal. So Averett off to the early 1-0 lead as Rosia finds Beasley with a pass. Finds Peasley with a pass, and Peasley finishes it off. And Averett with the early 1-0 lead. Rosia, her 4th assist of the year. Excuse me about the camera right now. Trying to adjust for some wind issues. So it only takes the Cougars about 51 seconds to get on the board as Rosia finds Peasley, and Peasley finishes. Early 1-0 lead for Averett. And here we go. Peasley winning it from the start. Quickly putting the Cougars back in possession of the ball. Peasley drops back to Rosia. We saw the combination just a second ago. Now Rosia trying to get on the scoring action. She shoots. Nothing going. And looks like player is down. And she is up and moving all right. Meanwhile, Rosia will have to come down and take some time out. And she will have to sit out for a few minutes, and that will give Chatham a player up. This is probably good timing since they conceded the early goal, not even 51 seconds off the clock before Averett was able to get on the board. And then Rosia looked like she was going to threaten, but she will get whistled for the foul, and shot was saved anyway, and that ball is out. Averett will take possession. So number 21 now, Porter with it. Porter drops back, and we're going to have a card on the play, I believe I saw. So here's the reset. Porter with a rip, and Porter will get a goal on the free position shot. So 2-0 lead as Peasley and Porter getting Averett on the board early. 2 goals already and just over a minute and a half off the clock. So here's the restart. Chatham down a early 2-0. I believe they're going to say Averett player touched it with her hand. Anyway, here's the restart. So right now, number 28, Prendergrass. She's going to dish off to number 7, McLaren. McLaren's shot knocked away. Chatham still has it, though, on its end. Ball is loose and collected by Number 3, Haley Boardway. Averett, though, still unable to get the ball cleared. And they're going to be hit with a foul in the meantime. So that is number 19, Obarski. She's going to dish it off, though. We've got a stoppage in play. I believe we're going to have a slash called on the Cougars. Trying to see who has the ball right now. There's a little bit of a glare down there. And the play is resumed. Shot over the goal. Chatham will have another shot here. Garcia back in the game, evening up the rosters for these two teams, or at least the participating rosters. So right now it's number 9, Boss. Boss, a dump pass over to number 6, Collins. Or no, excuse me, number 8, Riley. Riley just drops it back over to number 9, Boss again. Boss waiting for a couple of her players to come to her. A couple of them making diagonal cuts right now. But Averett's defense has it well covered. And we've got a timeout called by Chatham, so we're going to take it with them here on the Averett Sports Network. Averett with a 2-0 lead, 26:06 left in the first half. Keep it locked right here. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Averett Sports Network. Averett out to a 2-0 lead as Chatham is coming out of its first timeout. Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back there. Sorry about the stoppage. Wind ended up getting the better of our camera. But we are back and underway. Still 2-0 game in favor of Averett. Peasley and Porter responsible. Peasley took the feed from Rosia and finished her shot off on the right side, while Porter had the free position shot off the Chatham Cougars' penalty. Of course, Chatham, though, they have had the ball down on its in here the last little bit. Averett trying to change that as Boardway scoops it up. Boardway just kind of going with the flow right now. She is well defended. The pass to Johnson, little bit too high, but Porter able to pick it up. She loses it temporarily. Scuffle is ensuing right now, and Averett able to draw the penalty. So Gabby Porter will pick it up. Gets over to Rosia. Rosia having a little bit of trouble, but she regroups and recollects. So Rosia drops back over to number 3 for the Cougars. So Boardway trying to make something happen. She's in front of goal. So Chatham will get the turnover. And Peasley will get hit for the, and actually, excuse me, it was number 9 for Chatham getting hit with the, no, we were right. It was Peasley. Looked like they were going to get the ball to the Cougars right there. So Chatham right now having a hard time finding anybody here on the offensive end of things. That is collected by number 21 for Chatham. Got an opportunity here. Pass back over, drop back to number 9. So right now, Chatham having problems shaking the Cougars' defense. You see them making runs, trying to get into their selective zones, but Averett's defense doing a good job of preventing that from happening. And it's led to some frustration. And we've got a timeout. And no, we don't. My apologies. So Johnson right now. She'll dish it off to, I believe, Peasley over there on the far right. Peasley making her trip around. Porter running. So there's a shot by Peasley, and Peasley unable to find anything out in front. Unable to find any of her teammates out front for a good look. Takes matters into her own hands, and finishes off her second goal of the game. 3-0 is your score. So that's already Peasley's second goal in 10 minutes. As she got the scoring started here for Averett. She took a pass from Rosia, and then she does it all herself right there. Wind really blowing out there right now. So Sewall Peasley right now with the ball down the side. I believe it's Lewis with it. So Porter now in front of goal. Porter looking to pick up her second goal of the game. Unselfish play as she drops out to number 8, Bautista. And Garcia trying to move in. We've got a stoppage on the field. Averett drawing the foul. So let's see if Garcia can get on the board for the first time to go along with her assist. And that is exactly what she does as she takes the free position shot, takes a few steps, goes opposite side of the goal, bottom part of it, and it's now 4-0. Peasley with 2, Porter with 1, and now Garcia. Four to nothing game. 19:49 remaining here in the first half. And if you're Kelly Ryan, you've got to feel pretty good about where your team is headed right now. They had a good showing against a tough ODAC opponent in Randolph College. Scored 14 goals in that game on Saturday, led by Peasley's 5-goal performance. Her second consecutive 5-goal match. And now they're looking to put together the first winning streak of the season. And so Peasley reaches up, tries to get it, deflects off her stick. It's number 9, Boss, picking it up. So Boss dumps off in front of goal. That is number 28, Prendergrass. Nothing going. And we've got a shove. 19-19 remaining here in the first half. Number 10, Brooke Smith, plays it back to Sewall. And a nice pickoff there by number 9, Boss. She's going to drop off to one of her teammates, but the ball is taken away by the Cougars. Cougars, along with their offensive firepower, also pack a defensive punch. Four to nothing. 18:44 remaining here in the first half. Number 28, Prendergrass. And Prendergrass with a nice move, but Bautista not fooled. Boardway now with the ball. She's going to dump off to Porter. Porter fighting for it, but Porter gets a little bit too rough, and it goes the other way. Chatham restart, but Porter right back to it as she collects the ball. She's got it now right outside the football 10, trying to cut in. Nice spin move. Porter looking to try to just calm things down a little bit right now. She drops back to her other attacker in Peasley. So Johnson tried to have a rip there, unable to get anything on it. So Chatham with the ball now. Trying to get a play set up. So right now, Chatham having a hard time getting organized. As we said, Averett's defense very sharp. Taking about 13 seconds to try to get anything going here for the Cougars of Chatham. And finally a long sling, but it's going to be number 19, Earl, there to knock it away. Unable to keep up with it, though, so Chatham will now take possession. So it's number 7 now, McLaren. Drop back over to number 6, Collins. So that is going to be number 19, Obarski, getting the Cougars of Chatham on the board. She took a nice pass and finished off Chatham's first goal of the game as the visiting Cougars were able to draw within 3. Excuse me, it was number 21, Kendra Mcbroom, on the goal for Chatham. And Cougars ball as Chatham commits the foul on the draw. So Peasley back to Porter. Porter trying to make something from behind. Johnson was the intended target of that pass. It's not found. Boss picks it up. Boss is stripped, but they're also going to have a foul whistled, and it will be the visiting Cougars ball. It's number 9, Boss, on the restart. So number 14, Lewis, doing a good job of keeping up with her mark. And Boss gets it out in front of goal to number 7, McLaren. Boss pass off to number 21, McBroom. Knocked away. Averett still unable to get the clearance. So Barski, or Boss. There's a shot. And we're going to have a goal as that one kind of trickled up in the air for a few minutes, for a little bit, and just kind of fell in, but it did go over the crease. So they're going to give that a goal. I believe it's going to be number 9, Boss, on the goal. So just like that, Chatham has cut what was once a 4-goal deficit in half at 2. Coach Kelly Ryan wants a timeout to kind of regroup things, and we're going to take it with them here on the Averett Sports Network, but keep it locked. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Daly Field here at Frank R. Campbell Stadium. So Chatham once trailed 4-0. But here in the last 5 minutes or so, they've gotten goals from Sydney Collins and Kendra Mcbroom. Kendra Mcbroom got the Cougars' first goal, and then Collins contributed with the second one just a second ago before Averett's timeout to make it 4-2, 14:56 remaining in the first half. So it looked like Averett was going to get out to another easy sledding match, as Averett was able to coast past the Wildcats of Randolph College 14-5 on Saturday. Averett with a quick four goals, thanks to 2 from Peasley, 1 from Porter, and then 1 from Alexis Garcia. Garcia's goal made it 4-0, but as I mentioned, Mcbroom and Collins coming back. 4-2 contest. And here's the draw. So Peasley will get the Cougars in possession of it quickly on the draw. So Garcia trying to use her speed and trickery to make something happen. She cuts. And we've got a foul on the play. And that's going to put the dangerous Garcia there on the line. Garcia already with a goal today on the free position shot. It's her 12th of the season. Looking to try to add another one here. See if she can do it. And that is exactly what she will do. As it is now 5-2. So Alexis Garcia, we've seen her in that position quite often this year, where she has made opponents pay for putting her in such a close position, just like she did in basketball. You do not give that young lady opportunities to be an impact player, because she will take them. Doesn't matter if it's in basketball or lacrosse. And she has added 2 goals here today. 5-2. So Chatham looked like it had started to put together a comeback. Averett trying to put the kibosh on that a little bit as Garcia gets the goal on the free position shot. So Chatham battling for it right now. It's number 21, Mcbroom. There's a shot. And just as quickly as Chatham concedes a goal, it gets a goal back. I believe that was number 21, Mcbroom. It is. Mcbroom already with 1 goal. 5-3 is now the score as Mcbroom gets onto the score sheet for the second time. Sorry there for the delay. There's a little bit of a glare out here on the field, especially on the south end of the end zone. Around this time of day, we see it a lot during football and soccer matches. And we're seeing it a bit today, and it makes it a little bit hard to see, especially with the white fonts on the visiting Cougars' uniforms. And so we've got a foul whistled against the Cougars. It's a quick restart. It's number 7, McLaren. McLaren trying to get in front of goal. McLaren drops back to number 6, Collins. Collins trying to make something happen. A little underhand toss. back to number 7, McLaren. I'm waiting to get the call. It's going to go against the Cougars. Foul whistled on Averett. So that was number 32. No, excuse me, number 28, Prendergast, with a restart. She thought about having a rip, changes her mind. Chatham still trying to regroup things. Ball is loose in the middle. Johnson is going to scoop it up. Has trouble maintaining possession, though, unable to do so. There's a dog pile. Chatham emerges victorious. Number 6, Collins. Collins, a little lob pass. Nicely done over to Prendergast, but nothing happening. Now Averett trying to get the clearance. As right now we've got number 10, Smith. Smith over to Rosia. Rosia trying to pick it up. Loose ball. It's number 7, Morales, battling for it, and Averett is going to get hit with the foul. 5-3 is your score. Getting down to about the halfway point of the first half. Number 28, Prendergast. And so she's going to get hit with a turnover as Porter will pick it up. And we're going to have a foul. Got a shove. Porter on the restart. Nice pass over to Peasley. Another foul drawn by the Cougars. So Peasley's got it back around the net. Completes the circle over to Rosia. Rosia back to Peasley. Peasley trying to get in front. And I believe she has got a goal. She does. So Peasley, another hat trick. As she has scored 13 goals in Averett's last 3 games. An average of 4 per game. Coming into this one, she had scored 5 in Averett's last 2 matchups. And so she is headed to that mark again today as she has 3 already and not even 10 minutes completely gone off this clock yet. So Averett went up 4-0 early on. Chatham battled back, picked up 2 unanswered goals, cut its deficit to 4-2. Rosia picked up her second goal of the game to make it 5-2. Then Mcbroom picks up her second one to make it 5-3. And then Peasley completing the hat trick to make it 6-3 just a second ago. So Chatham right now with the ball. That is passed off to number 7, McLaren. McLaren trying to get the offense started for Chatham. Trying to get off a pass, but she is well guarded down there. By Hale. And so Chatham's going to get a goal to get it back to 6-4. Trying to see who the goal was.
Chatham goal by number 6, Sydney Collins.
was by number 6, Sydney Collins. She picks up her second of the game. And it's 6-4, 10:47 remaining in the first half. So Averett on the draw. Both teams in the middle, ready to go. And that's number 2, Felt, doing a good job of fighting for it there. Chatham, though, will prevail. So Chatham trying to get its deficit down to 1. That was number 21, Mcbroom, over to McLaren. Ball is out. Averett's possession. For the moment, though, as some good attacking there by the midfielder McLaren. Almost got Chatham a rip out in front of goal. Going to get a fresh start on the clock here. Everything is good to go. We are underway. It's number 7, McLaren. Drop back pass. Over to number 1, Singer. Law pass, but way too much on that. Out of bounds. Averett will take possession. Felt over to Sewall. Sewall, nice catch over to Rosia. Rosia moving well down the sideline. Nobody able to stop her so far. She's starting to make the diagonal run over to the middle, over to Porter. Let's see what Porter's going to do. And she's going to draw the foul and the yellow. So Gabby Porter with the free position shot. Here we go. Shot is too high. So Collins' last goal, her second of the game, 10th of the season. And Peasley is going to finish goal number 4. Six to 4 is the score. And with every goal Peasley scores, Katy Perry's, this girl is on fire, comes over the PA speaker. And these last 2 games, she has been 14 goals in the last 92 minutes or so for Peasley. Goal number 4. So we're back ready for the draw now. Felt there in the middle. Here we go. So that is Lewis. Lewis trying to get right back to work for Averett's offense. Pass over to Boardway. Boardway has some trouble with it. Still fighting for it. Johnson comes up with it in the end. Now Johnson's turn to have a rip, and she's going to have a rip at her first goal of the game. And it is now 8-4. And she took a pass from Boardway and finished it off. So now we hear Thriller. And so Chatham's going to take a timeout. We're going to take it here with them on the Averett Sports Network. 8-4. Averett leads. 8:16 left in the first half. And welcome back to Daly Field here at Frank R. Campbell Stadium. 8-4 is the score after Shayla Johnson's 13th goal of the season. Her first of the afternoon. After the early part in the game after the early parts of the game saw Averett really dominate, coming out 4-0. It has been neck and neck since, with each team each recording 4 goals. Averett with the 8-4 lead, 8-16, but Chatham has shown its ability to score. They also showed it in the game in the Cougars' last matchup against Salem College, a team that Averett faces. And so that's going to be number 12, I believe. Mace down there. She's going to draw the foul. So number 7, McLaren. McLaren with a shot. Nothing going. Abby Taylor did a good job of dropping back on defense for the Cougars. So Rosia using that speed. She flies. Nice pass over to Peasley. Peasley's shot and a goal. Number 5 of the day, 3rd consecutive game with at least 5 goals. 9-4. She has recorded over half of Averett's goals here thus far, 80% of them actually have come from Peasley. And Rosia will get credit for the assist. That is the second time Peasley and Rosia have connected today. And we saw it a lot this season and really during Rosia's whole tenure on the women's basketball team. True point guard in the fact of she's good at dishing the ball off to her players, to other teammates, and setting them up for good hoops. And she's been a good luck charm for Peasley here today too, as she has assisted 2 of Peasley's 5 goals. Lewis getting hit for the foul. Chatham not wasting any time on the restart. It's Boz. And we've got a foul going against the Cougars. It's going to be a free position shot. Number 9, Boss. Here we go, 9-4. Shot, and Sawala does a nice job of knocking that one away. Quick reflexes. Averett still not able to get the clearance. But they will not need to, as the visiting Cougars are hit for a foul. Pass back over to Sawal. Sawal thought about going to Smith there for a second, but it was number 7, McLaren, doing a nice job of reading that. And Chatham, speaking of McLaren with it. That ball is knocked away by Brooke Smith. Smith now trying to get down, just trying to get that ball cleared. Found Boardway. Boardway can't collect. Good communication between Boardway and Rosia down there. So Boardway gets it over to Porter, who already has a goal. Porter showing some Michael Jackson-esque moves down there. She draws the foul. So let's see what Porter can do, looking for her second rip of the day, second goal. Porter, and a nice save and goal. So nice save there by Seifola. So Peasley, who has been the problem child for the Cougars' defense, looking to try to make something else happen here. I believe that is Boardway with it. No, it's actually Porter. So Porter over to Peasley. Peasley trying to make something happen. And I believe we're going to have a delay there. And actually, it's going to be a foul on Chatham. So now Lewis is going to have a shot. Here we go. And Lewis shot and goal. Lewis's first goal of the game makes it 10-4. Averett has been deadly so far today on those free position shots. 6 shots have come on free position for the Cougars, and 3 goals have become of those as well, as Averett has done a good job of converting those opportunities. So Felt getting whistled for the infraction. 4:44 remaining in the first half. So number 21 right now, Mcbroom. Mcbroom trying to make something happen. I believe Averett is going to get whistled for a foul. It's number 21, Mcbroom now. Out on the top of the key. And Mcbroom is going to complete her hat trick as she gets her 3rd goal of the game on the free position attempt. 10-5 is now your score. 4:36.
Chatham goal by number 21, Kendra Mcbroom.
So Mcbroom, throw out a hat for her as she has completed her hat trick, scoring 3 of Chatham's 5 goals. She also has 2 assists. 3 of those goals have come on 5 shots, all 5 shots on target. And, of course, Collins has 2 goals and has 1 assist, 2 goals on 3 shots, one of them coming on the free position. So Johnson now picks it up. Peasley spreading out to the wing over there. Has some trouble collecting, but she's able to get it on the one hop. Peasley trying to get in front. She's actually going to stop now and back up a little bit. Head back towards the side. Trying to get a little bit better view of the field. Draw the visiting Cougars' defense out towards her. So Lewis over to Boardway. Rosia. And Rosia is going to have a shot, but in the meantime, a foul will be called. So Rosia has 2 goals, both coming on free position shots. Meanwhile, Lewis has a free position goal as well. And Gabby Porter, Lewis has, and Porter 3 free position shots as well. So we're back here. Number 10, Brooke Smith picking things up. It's now going to be number 21, Kendra Mcbroom. And Averett will just take the foul there to try to slow down the attack. Mcbroom over to number 7, McLaren. Let's see what happens. McLaren trying to set something up. Looked like she was going to try to cut in front of goal and have a shot. Good defense by Averett, by Rosia. And her efforts will give the Cougars the ball back. Sawal with a heave down the field. Nice play there by Boss to get her stick on it. Unable to control it, though. Ball is out of bounds. Last touch by a Chatham player. So Averett will have the ball. Number 8, Margaret Bautista. So Chatham getting a whistle for the foul. Lewis. Back to Peasley. Peasley. Thought we might have had another look there from Peasley. And she had managed to work some space out front. But Peasley, in the meantime, able to draw the foul and the free position shot. And a nice save there by Safola. Safola. So Peasley taking her time. 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Peasley in front of goal, and Safola. Nice play between the sticks. So now she's trying to get a restart off. See if she can help her team at least draw 1 goal closer going into the half, as they currently face a 5-goal deficit. Number 21, Mcbroom. And a great job there by number 21, Gabby Porter. Porter to Rosia. So Rosia and I think we're going to have a foul here called against Chatham. And so Alexis Garcia, another free position shot, where she has been deadly, and she is deadly once again. Her 4th goal of the game. 11-5 is now your score. 53.9 seconds remaining in the first half. So Rosia, that is actually her 3rd goal of the game, 3rd goal coming on 5 shots, 2 assists. She has 4 free position shots. So Felt now will take the draw for Averett. Who just made it an 11-5 contest with Rosia's 3rd goal of the game. That is her third consecutive hat trick. So Garcia coming over and in her first and only season with Averett's lacrosse team, women's lacrosse team, has made some noise, along with Peasley, Porter, Johnson, Lewis, Gabby Porter, Sawal. Talented Averett team, really all around right here, and a very physical team too, as number 7 Morales just absorbed a big hit down there. 30 seconds left, so Morales battling it down there, using some of those soccer skills she's picked up. So number 21, Mcbroom. And I think things are going to get a little too physical down there. So Mcbroom with another attempt here. Another attempt, looking for her 4th of the game. Other 2 goals coming by Collins. And here we go. And Mcbroom, goal number 4 on the free position shot, buries it in the upper part of the left-hand side of the net, upper 90. 11-6 is now your score. 17.1 seconds remain in the first 20 minutes. First half has taken a little over an hour to play. Got started right around 4 o'clock. And here we go. It is Chatham winning the draw. Number 6, Collins, who is responsible for 2/6 of the visiting Cougars' goals today. Number 7, McLaren. There's a ground ball, and that's how we're going to end the first half here at Daly Field. First 20 minutes in the book. Averett raced out to an early 4-0 lead. Chatham came back, scored 4 out of the next 8, made it an 8-4 game, and from there, Averett has outscored Chatham 3-2 as the Cougars take an 11-6 lead into the break. So we're going to take about a 5-6 minute break here on the Averett Sports Network, but when we come back, we'll have the URW halftime show here on the Averett Sports Network. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Averett Sports Network. I'm Assistant Sports Information Director Davin Wilson. And we're going to take a look here at some of the halftime statistics on the URW Halftime Show. Right now for Chatham, it has been Mcbroom all the way as the freshman attacker has recorded 4 of the visiting Cougars' 6 goals. Meanwhile, number 6, Sydney Collins, coming up with the other 2. It's Collins with 3 shots. Mcbroom 4 goals on 6 shots. Pendergrass also has a shot, along with McLaren. Meanwhile, draw control, Collins has been the force here so far for Chatham with 4. Meanwhile, Mcbroom has won 5. Pendergrass with 1. So now we're going to switch over here and take a look at your Averett University Cougars. Right now, Elizabeth Peasley, 5 goals on 7 shots. 6 of her 7 have been on target. One of those goals coming on a free position shot. Meanwhile, Alexis Garcia has recorded her 3rd consecutive hat trick with 3 goals. She also has 2 assists, 5 shots on goal. 3 of those goals have come on 4 free position shots. As far as the draw control numbers here, right now, Averett lacking a little bit in that department. They have been led by Lewis, who has won 2, and Peasley has won 2 as well. So we're going to take a look here at some team stats now. Right now, as we said, Averett with an 11-6 lead. They also hold a 17-12 edge in shots, 9-4 edge in free position shots. They've won 16 ground balls to the visiting Cougars is 10. 8 of 15 on clears. So I think one thing that Kelly Ryan will definitely be talking to her team a little bit about going into the break is cutting down on the number of turnovers. 13 on the half. Rosia to go along with her 3 goals has also recorded 2 assists. Lewis with 1 goal. Shayla Johnson with the goal. Rosia with 3. Peasley with 5. Sydney Collins with a pair of goals for Chatham. And Kendra Mcbroom with 4. So about 15 seconds before we start play here on the second half. Chatham has shown its offense in spurts, but have not been able to string together 8, 9, 10 minutes of consistent firepower in front of the net. Meanwhile, Averett has done that and then some. And also the Cougars have performed well on defense. So Peasley coming into this game had 23 goals. She will run that number to at least 28 after today's game. Garcia came in with 12. She's guaranteed to at least leave with 15. Porter is guaranteed to at least leave with 12. And Lewis picked up her 11th goal of the year. So Averett, right now, 3 players in double-digit scoring through the first 6 games of the season. Averett 1-3 in conference play. They are 1-2 in conference here at Daly Field. Meanwhile, they are 2-3 overall at home. Every one of the Cougars' wins have come here at Daly Field. So Rosia trying to get things started, and she will end up drawing a foul. So Rosia getting the quick restart going. Garcia trying to do it all by herself right now. She's got Peasley behind the goal. Peasley has Porter on the other side, but Peasley's going to try to have a look herself, and she does. And that is going to be a nice play there by the Cougars' goalkeeper, Seifola. So Seifola with the release. It's over to number 21, Mcbroom. Mcbroom trying to make something happen down the sideline. She has number 1, Singer, who she passes to. Alexis Garcia will get whistled for the foul. It's number 21, Kendra Mcbroom, the freshman attacker out of Pennsylvania. And she's still got it. She passes back behind the net. Ground ball rolling around. Looks like that's Abby Taylor down there with the ball. Trying to switch fields. She's going to get over to Boardway. So Rosia. And Rosia is going to meet a wall of defense. Prendergrass making a nice play down there to break up Rosia's attack. But in the meantime, she will also give Rosia a free position shot, which Rosia has been dangerous on 3 of 4 so far this afternoon, looking to make it 4 of 5 on this attempt. Let's see what she can do. See if Seifola is ready. Seifola was able to get a save on the last one, but she's not able to do so on this one as Rosia adds goal number 4 to her list. 15 now on the season. 12-6 is your score. So Averett only needed about 50 seconds into the game before they got on the board early on when Rosia and Peasley were able to hook up for the attempt. And Averett needs just about 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, to get on the board in the second half. So that quick attack that we're talking about. So Rosia now 4 goals, 1 away from challenging Peasley for the team lead right now for a game high. Of course, I have a feeling we have not seen the last of Peasley yet. 12-6, 28:05 remaining. Speaking of Peasley, she tries to win the draw control there, unable to do so. Averett, though, able to pick up the ball. Number 20, Hale. Hale trying to make it through. There was a foul called, but the referees will let momentum go as Hale had broken through, was not impeded there. But the shot is not on target, goes out of bounds. Chatham with the ball. Seifola. It's played over the middle to number 21, Mcbroom. Can Mcbroom make it number 5? She has turned on the Jets, but a nice play there by, I believe, number 10, Brooke Smith. Nice play down there, but she was already into the fray there. Number 21, Mcbroom was. So the foul has to be whistled. Mcbroom given the free position shot. Trying to make it a 5-point contest, but Sawal is there. They were trying to get the clear. Ball played back behind the net. And that is, I believe it was number 28, Prendergast. Prendergast there. Think she was the one with the shot. It's not on target, though. So Sawal will now try to get it restarted. Nice heave there up the field, about 45 yards. So Johnson now. Johnson already with a goal. Trying to add maybe another goal or an assist here. Number 6, Collins did a nice job of stripping. But Johnson able to regain. She still got it. Drops it back to Peasley. See what Peasley can do. Peasley is in front of goal. She's going to have a shot. But Seifola is there for the save. Seifola trying to set it up. She's going to launch it down towards the middle. Number 10, Brooke Smith collecting it. Smith's got Taylor in front of her. So right now it's a 4-on-4. Now make it 6-on-4 in favor of Chatham as Chatham has collapsed its defense. Averett will draw the foul. I think it is going to be number 10, Brooke Smith. And shot clinks off the post. Loose ball, Rosia trying to collect the grounder. Smith, whose free position shot clinked off the left side of the post. She will collect, get it over to Peasley. Peasley stripped a nice play back there. I believe it was Prendergast. So Seifola will get it off to Mcbroom. Mcbroom switching things up, trying to get it over to the far side of the field. She will dump a pass off to Boss. Averett, though, in possession right now, trying to get the clearance. It's number 7, Morales, down there. Averett battling for the loose ball. They will draw the foul in the process. So Averett does a great job of switching things up there. Brooke Smith. Smith trying to switch fields again. Smith will get it over to Rosia. Rosia trying to make something happen. She is going to be met by a trio of Chatham defenders. Shayla Johnson down there right now. Johnson trying to get a look. Ball is knocked loose. Johnson able to collect, though. Drops back to Porter. Porter over to Peasley. Peasley in front. She's going to have a rip. And no going right there. As Seifola is going to get the reset. Seifola, the 5'2 freshman out of Murraysville, Pennsylvania, Franklin Regional High School. And she is coming on out right now. And Porter's starting to contest her a little bit, make her pay for coming so far out. And she is basically a field player right now. She is 35 yards out. Facing a double team. And some good proactive defense there by number 2, Felt. Felt's going to collect. Felt did a good job of reading Seifola's eyes, figuring out where that one was going to go. Drops it back to Johnson. Johnson weaving her way in. And Johnson will draw the foul. And the free position shot. So Seifola really was kind of gambling a little bit right there. Came out to about the football 35. About the 35-yard line. Ended up passing it off to the far side of the field. Felt did a good job of reading. came in, was able to knock the ball down. She picked it up, got it over to Johnson. Johnson drew the foul and the shot. And Johnson's going to have her second goal of the game. Number 14 of the year. And it is now 13-6. And Averett is continuing to prove that you cannot give it those free position shots. As right now, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12. 12 free position shots. And so far, 6 of them have come on the free position play. That's over half of them. That equals Chatham's total goals. So perhaps the visiting Cougars maybe need to look to try to cut down those fouls down in there, as the Cougars have proved they know how to take advantage of those situations. 13-6, second goal of the half. 22-14 left in the game. Approaching an hour and a half of game time right now. Sun still staying strong. Too many S's. Sorry about that. Sun still staying strong here at Daly Field. So Peasley trying to win it out, but it's going to be Christina Block who will pick it up. So right now, Singer, well guarded by number 10, Smith, for Averett. Good defense there. A little bit of a clash as sticks collide. Play on, says the officials. Good job there by, I believe it was number 10, Smith, getting in there. So Shayla Johnson, and she just ended up tossing back to Sewall. Sewall with the quick reset over to Johnson. Johnson to Porter. Porter looking for her second goal of the game. She's going to have a rip off the foot of Seifola. So Peasley, her pass intended for Taylor, not going anywhere, a little bit too high. And it's going to be number 3, Boardway, getting whistled for the foul. 20:52 remains here in this contest. Averett looking to make it 2 wins in a row to go 3-4 on the season. And Kelly Ryan's first year at Averett, at least first year as a coach. He's been here for quite a while as athletic director Meg Stevens and the staff here at Averett wanted to make sure they had the hires for the men's, women's lacrosse, and the wrestling programs. 3 new additions to the athletics department here at Averett. Wanted to make sure that those positions were filled well in advance. So Ryan Mackin and then Tommy Foster each in their second respective years at Averett in Danville. First actually as coaches, though. Of course, Foster, the men's wrestling head coach, and then Tony Mackin, the men's lacrosse head coach. So Seifola taking her time with it. She is going to let one fly. Strong arm on Seifola. So Abby Taylor trying to battle for it, but in the end it's Riley that's going to pick it up. So right now it's Block trying to make it happen for Chatham. So Block again with the ball. Good job of defense there by Felt. Chatham took a little bit too long to get that one off, I believe. Trying to get the ball cleared. Number 20, Hale. Hale over to Johnson. Johnson in front of net. She has a shot. Good defense there by Gardner, though. Ball out on the far side. Rosia. So Rosia all day right now. Nothing but a sea of green in front of her. Rosia, though, instead of attacking, is going to look to try to set something up. And she will. She gives off to Boardway. Boardway unable to hold on. Number 25. For Chatham with the clearance. Or trying to get the ball cleared. Peasley. Peasley with a shot save. Fola ready for it, though. Nice save. To keep Peasley from her 6th goal of the game. And whistle's blown. So Averett getting hit with the foul. So right now it's going to be number 9, Boss. And Boss is going to draw the foul. 16:32 remains here. 13-6. Number 9, Boss. So over to number 28, Prendergast. And there's a shot, but Sawal with a nice save. "16 minutes. Boardway. Actually, that is Rosia. Loose ball here collected by number 4, Gardner. Chatham trying to get on the attack. So right now, good defense coming down by Averett is, I believe it is Lewis. That will come through with that. So pass over to Rosia. Rosia collects. Moving the ball down the field. Here we go. Over to Peasley. Peasley with a shot. And Peasley's going to score. And for the 3rd time today, Rosia and Peasley will get together. And their efforts will result in a goal. Peasley's 6th of the game. Rosia's 3rd assist to go along with 4 goals. 15:02.
Elizabeth Peasley, her 6th goal of the day. Assist by number 12, Alexis Garcia, her 3rd assist of the day.
So Rosia hat tricks in 2 departments now. 4 goals, 3 assists. Peasley 2 hat tricks. Represented all but 8 of the Cougars' 14 goals. The Cougars' 14 goals. "16 goals in the last 3 games for Peasley. as Peasley is quickly making a name for herself here at Averett, and also as a player to be feared in the USA South. For many years to come. As Peasley is in her first season here at Averett. So Chatham with the ball. Pass out on the right far side of the field. It's going to be number 1, Singer now. Well guarded by number 10, Brooke Smith. Ball is out to number 5, Block. Nice pass back in front of goal. Nobody there, though. Chatham might have had something there if there was somebody in front of goal waiting on that pass. So Prendergrass. Pass over to McLaren. So Averett right now with possession. I believe it is Margaret Bautista. It is. She's going to get it off to number 16, Abby Taylor. Ball is momentarily stripped. Taylor still with possession, though. Over to Johnson. Johnson now posing a threat. Johnson gets it back to Peasley. So Peasley over to number 24. So it's actually Peasley over to Hale. Hale able to draw the foul. So here we go. Shot and a goal from Hale. Her first of the night. Her fourth of the season. 15-6 is now the score. As this second half has belonged to the Cougars. 3 unanswered goals to start things off here by Averett. Have broken open a 5-point game at the half. And just taking a look here at a number, Peasley's goal roughly about 2 minutes ago represented number 29 for the season. Almost 30 altogether. So Peasley right now through the Cougars' first 6 games, averaging 5 goals. Depending on what she finishes with here today, that number will either go up, but it will not go down, though, as she will leave here averaging over 4 a game so far. So Peasley, it's Peasley, Rosia. Johnson has also been a big force for the Cougars today. She is 1 goal away from a hat trick. So now Hale looking to get back on the scoreboard just as quickly as she got on it the last time. Seifola there, though, with a nice save coming through. Number 4, Gardner. So Shayla Johnson's going to pick that one up. Johnson to Rosia. Rosia over to Johnson. Johnson back over to Peasley. Peasley with a shot, and Seifola, who has seen a ton of Peasley today, is ready for it this time. She comes up with the save. 11:51 now remaining. So number 5, Block. And she will be stripped by Johnson. Johnson to Peasley. Peasley over to Rosia. Rosia does a good job of collecting it. She's going to fire a one-hopper in for her 5th goal of the game to go along with 3 assists. 16-6 is your score. Rosia has now put in 5 goals. And Peasley getting in on the assist action there. That's actually Peasley's first assist. She now has 14, or she now has 6 points, 7 points for the game. All together, the 6 goals and 1 assist. 16-6. 10:30 left. So Averett held an 11-6 advantage going into this half. The Cougars have been able to score 5 unanswered goals to build this double-digit lead they currently sit at. Rosia over to Peasley. Peasley hanging out, heading towards the wings here. So that is number 21, Porter, freshman attacker. So Porter back to Peasley. Peasley trying to find Rosia. Rosia can't bring it in. Johnson, though, there to get the restart. So over to Rosia is Johnson. Rosia looking to match Peasley's number. She will not, though. She dumps off to Peasley. So Peasley over to Porter. Porter, a little spin move. There's a shot, and Porter is going to grab her 2nd goal of the game. 17-6 is now your score. Porter, her 2nd goal of the game. Her 10th overall on the season. And the Cougars' offense continues to shine. Now 4 players in double-digit goals for the season. 8.5 now remain, an 11-point game. Averett looking to increase its winning streak to 2 games, as the Cougars were victorious against Randolph 14-5. That's the way the Cougar schedule has read. They lost their inaugural matchup to Guilford College by a score of 16-6. They bounced back and opened up USA South Conference play with a 17-2 win over NC Wesleyan College. They follow that with a 15-10 loss to Ferrum College in Averett's 2nd USA South Conference game. And then, of course, there was the heartbreaking 14-3 loss to Piedmont College that saw Averett overcome what was as much as a 9-point deficit at one point, to come back, tie it up before eventually losing in sudden death. And they had the 12-9 loss. Johnson, and Seifola comes out, and she gets aggressive. As she read that perfectly, comes out, cuts off the angle, picks up the big pickoff there. As Chatham is looking to try to stay around in this one as much as they can. Lewis right now. Lewis over to Johnson. And there was some good defense right there, but in the end it will be whistled a foul. The Cougars dropped a tough 12-9 contest to Greensboro College on February 28th, and then ended up bouncing back on Saturday with a 14-5 win against Randolph-Macon to get to their current record of 2-4. So here comes Johnson's attempt. Johnson's shot, Seifola ready for it. And actually, that's going to sneak past her. That will sneak past Seifola. And Johnson now has a hat trick as she picks up her third goal of the game. And it's now 18-6. So Averett right now to 3 players with hat tricks. Peasley, of course, leading the way with 6. Garcia with 5. And now Johnson with 3. And once again, Averett makes the Cougars pay for giving them a free position shot. It's goal number 15 of the season for Johnson. Came on the foul from Chatham after Lewis picked up the ground ball after Bautista forced the Sidney Collins turnover. So Peasley getting right back to work for Averett. So Peasley gets it back over to, I believe, number 21, Porter. It is, and once again, Averett, it appears, and no, that one was actually whistled against the Cougars. So it looked like Averett was going to have yet another chance to add to his total there, as it looked at first the foul would go against Chatham, but in the end it goes against the home Cougars. So number 5 block. Pass out to the wing. Believe that is Prendergast. Ball is dropped back over to Singer. Nice pass over the middle, but good defense there. But in the end, Smith will get hit for the foul. And actually, it was Chatham whistled for the foul. I thought it was Brooke Smith that had been whistled. The original signal showed that it was in possession of the Cougars. So number 6, Collins. And so Rosa Morales coming through with a nice defensive play for Averett. Now she's trying to finish off her other role as a midfielder on the offensive end of things. Loose ball, and it's going to go to the visiting Cougars. 18-6, 3.5 minutes remain. Seifola, you really got to give her credit. She's given up a few goals tonight, but she has withstood a barrage of attempts by the Cougars, and she's hung tough. So number 6, Collins. And Rosia with the steal, and now Rosia is turning on the Jets. Good defense there, and Rosia using some of those basketball skills to draw a foul. So 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Make sure to stick around for a few minutes after the game to catch the Kickback Jacks postgame show. We'll give you a highlight of some highlights of this game, some impact players, and some moments that really changed things around. Plus, we'll also give you an update of everything else going on in Averett Athletics today. We had baseball playing up here at Owen Fulton Field as I arrived. So Peasley back to Porter. Averett taking on Mary in non-conference action. And we've got a foul. And the Cougars will be the beneficiary of that foul. 1:57 now remains in this game. So Peasley trying to get the reset. I believe it's Peasley. So with the running clock going due to the score, they will have to run the shot clock down to 20 seconds. It's 1:23 remains. Big offensive effort here today from the Cougars. As right now we're looking, and we have got 3 Averett players who have recorded a hat trick or better, led by Peasley, 6 goals. Rosia with 5. Gabby Porter with 2. And then Shayla Johnson, who's been deadly from free position range, has 3. Averett's offensive firepower really continuing, really showing. Ball is in front of net. It's open. And that is a goal. Trying to see who got that one. I believe it was number 8, Bautista. And actually they're going to say no goal on that. This player must have been in the crease. So the ball will come back. Minute 19 remain. So Averett in its last 2 games averaging 16 goals. They put up 14 against Randolph. And with 18 here today, the offensive onslaught continues against the Cougars' opponents. It's only 2 games this season that the Cougars have not reached double digits in goals, and one of those games was the team's first match in nearly 10 years. And, of course, one thing that we've learned coming in, talking with Kelly Ryan, is that this team does not consider themselves an extension of the women's lacrosse program here. Morales trying to make something happen, passes out to Porter. They do not consider themselves an extension of that team 10 years ago, but a completely new program, completely new brand, and completely new identity. And the Cougars are having success here early on, as they are just 23 seconds away from their 3rd win of the season and 1 game shy of 500. So Chatham just trying to play for a little bit of morale right now. It's number 8, Riley. 10 seconds left in this. Is Chatham going to try to take another rip here? They're just going to let the clock run, and they're going to have another rip. That was number 28, Prendergrass. But her shot just 1 hops, nothing going. And ladies and gentlemen, Averett wins its 2nd consecutive game as it cruises to an 18-6 win over Chatham College out of Pennsylvania. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we are going to have the Kickback Jacks postgame show. Keep it locked right here on the Averett Sports Network. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I've had a change of heart, ready to go ahead and hop on and wrap this thing up. So thank you for joining the very rushed Kickback Jacks postgame show. So we're going to take a look here at some of the leaders. Elizabeth Peasley, of course, no doubt the impact player of the match, 6 goals, 1 assist. Alexis Garcia picking up hat tricks in both the goal and assist categories. 5 goals, 3 assists. Meanwhile, Shayla Johnson, 3 goals. And we just got this in that Peasley is now 3rd in the nation in NCAA 3 women's lacrosse and overall goals. And she has been an absolute master here so far in her first season as an Averett University Cougar. Of course, Garcia has now scored 16 goals. Peasley, 29. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up for us here on the Kickback Jacks postgame show. Hope you will keep everything locked right here. And make sure to tune in the next time. And also make sure you follow all the action. Averett back on the road this Saturday when the Cougars travel to take on Brevard College for a 12 p.m. start. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Davin Wilson. Thank you for joining us here on the Averett Sports Network.